United in Peace Corporation has given birth to Israel New Covenant Association.
Okay, peace. How everybody doing? Today, I'm going to be talking about how to discover divine knowledge of self. Okay, first you must understand that there are two selves. There's the individual self and there's the community self. The community self thrives off the people's dependency. The community self seeks company, companionship, servitude. The community self is the outside dwelling, okay? And on the other hand, the individual self is subject to the inside dwelling. However, the individual self has a more spiritual turn, with that being broken down to it's what's on the inside that divide you all, okay? So it's what's on the inside that divides you from all, but connects you to the all, that collective whole, with your eye being the source. So it is the eye, the third eye, in, divide you all, okay? And this is how you become a living soul, gaining sense to walk in your own light of truth. Now the individual self seeks isolation, seeks self-discovery, right? Now understanding that the body is your temple, the body is your house. One self inside, the other self outside. Both strongly rely upon each other. Now, if I'm always outside of my house, feeding the community self, when will I have time to become my individual self? Which is my truest self. My truest discovery of my greatest version, becoming my greatest version. When will I become an individual? Well, when one focuses in on building the house, learning to adjust more of your time and space to the individual self. This is the purpose of the individual self. You see, self-preservation is the first law of nature. Now let's say, what is the difference between a warrior and a soldier? Well, a warrior is fierce in battle and will fight to the death of him. A soldier sometimes surrenders. A soldier, let's look at the abbreviation. A soldier is sold. He's sold. His servitude to company the community. His servitude, he's sold. His servitude to company the community is what makes him more honorable than a warrior. Why? Because the cause he's fighting for is much bigger than himself. But before you fight for someone else's cause, you learn to fight for your own. Right? And that's self-preservation. So the individual self aligned with the community self, the ins and outs. Now let me break all this down to you. All of this is biblical. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to walk you into the biblical text, the understanding. Even though people have different interpretations of the Bible, I'm going to give you divine knowledge of self. Okay? So when you look at the Bible, you will see yourself. Most people study the Bible and look for what to believe in instead of what to learn from, okay? What you apply to your life every day. So if you go to Genesis, if you don't have a Bible, look it up on your phone. Go to Genesis chapter 25, verse 27, okay? I'm finna give you the two selves of one source. Now, Esau, he was a skillful hunter. Esau was a man of the field. That's the outside dwelling. Esau was a skillful hunter. He was a man of the field. Jacob, the second born. Jacob was a plain man dwelling in the tents, the inside dwelling. So when you think about Cain and Abel, you think about the two brothers. You think about the two brothers. The individual, and that's why Jacob became the one who connected and saw God face to face. You must become your true individual self. If you don't, you will never discover who you really are. The individual self seeks isolation. Enjoy being alone. A mind of peace. Peace of mind. Okay? So it's the inside dwelling and the outside dwelling of oneself. Okay? So when you're looking at Esau and Jacob, you're looking at yourself. You look at yourself. And then you ask yourself, who would I want to lean more to? Though both is relied upon each other. You want to become your individual self. It's your survival first. And once you discover that, self-discovery, you master self. Once the inside is taken care of, the outside will have it will fall right in place, the control of that. Right? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you. So, you got two selves to you. You got the individual self and you got the community self, okay? The communities, you see C-O-M. C-O-M, it's the company, it's the come, okay? This is dependency, the community self within you. And the community self, it's like you selling yourself to the people.